KX is a global company based in New York and London. We have more than $100 million in revenue. We grew about 40% last year. Generally, the company is started in Wall Street, and we help companies to make better decisions, faster decisions, and this happens at the intersection of big data and fast data. So in a sense, how do you extract insights from large amounts of data, which Wall Street firms have, and also real-time information to make better judgments, better wisdom. So the KX really is all about real-time analytics, but also being able to connect that to the historical information. Primary offerings for KX, it starts off with a time series database and analytics engine. So what it means is that world is full of data which has time-based information, sensors, machine data. It's all time-based information, and it's only increasing. So one of our primary offering is what we call a KDB Plus, which has been known to be the world's fastest processing engine. And so the KDB Plus is basically a time series database as well as an analytics engine. And the second one is KDB Insights, which is focused on helping companies use the same capabilities in any cloud. So we support Microsoft Azure, AWS, GCP, and also Snowflake. And the third one, which we are announced this past month, was the KDB.ai, which is a vector database and a search engine, so that people can use that as the foundational building blocks for the generative AI, where you are able to find things with meaning. So you can search things not just by keywords, but also find things with meaning. So that's our third offering. Yeah, I think the verticals, obviously we started off with financial services, especially capital markets. Most of the 39 of the world's 40 biggest investment banks and hedge funds use our technology. But now we are, in the last couple of years, we have expanded to manufacturing, semiconductors, energy, healthcare, life sciences, telco, and automobile industry. So we sort of, the technology itself is not any specific to one vertical, but the type of data we process and how we apply the rules, the machine learning, AI, may be specific to a specific industry, or a compliance rules may be different. So that's where the industry specialization comes in, more in the context of the compliance and the type of data we process. I think the way we think about differentiation is, first of all, I think our value comes from price to performance. So people think about as we are like a Ferrari engine, but really what it means is we can process data at 100 times faster than anybody else, but also at 1/10 the cost. So what that means is it's not just about performance for the sake of speed, but how can you help people answer questions at speed of thought. So it's all about decisions. How do you help make better decisions? The hardest decision you can make is about future, about time. How do I forecast things? What's the weather going to be? What's going to be the state of the stock market tomorrow? And in that case, you have to process lots of data, but also you have to do it in the context of using the least amount of resources, whether it's compute, storage, or not using GPUs. That factors into it. So that's where our differentiation really comes from: price to performance. The ability to also use less power in a sustainability is important. And in the context of AI, we believe in explainable AI and being able to provide safety. And that's the other part, which is not about just using AI as a black box, but you want to be able to explain how and why the AI made the decision, and helping humans augment their decision making. I think, originally being from India, I always thought that, we are helping the world's largest banks and others in the worldwide, but India is now known to be the number one in AI. We have the largest number of developers and AI engineers here. We have many global systems integrators that are all based in India. So to me, India is a natural, in terms of not only being the number one in AI, and we are the number one vector database, and we always have been very strong in the context of the intersection of big data and fast data. where else you have that intersection. And India is starting to show that it's not just about just serving some of the things what we did as a supplier to others, but actually India itself got very large companies here who are processing with India Stack, for example. The amount of data India processes is unbelievable. So I think it's a natural place for us where we are the number one vector database and helping the top companies worldwide. I see India, being the number one in AI. We want to be part of that growth and also help companies adopt our technology. Yeah, no, I think India is always it's about information, and now it's a knowledge-based economy. So when you look at what's happening with generative AI, many countries are looking at that as headwinds because it may take out some type of what's the future of work. So you may need less labor in the future. And that's because I think when you start looking at the knowledge, India has always been in the context of knowledge management and how you look at the number of people we have in AI. So hopefully India can help accelerate. Instead of AI being a headwind, it becomes a tailwind for India. And I talk about how Indians are everywhere. I mean, I'm in US, so we have got a lot of companies who are in AI. I've got Indian origin. That's because I think we always are focused on knowledge and extracting knowledge, and how do we actually make that available to improve productivity, innovation. And India, I think that's why I thought the GDP is growing one of the fastest in the world. And I think that's because it's not just a services economy. It's actually bringing knowledge and information to the next generation. And then with AI, you can actually augment humans and not just take out jobs. So that's why I think India is going to benefit from this. Yeah, I think KX, started off, there is a notion about what we call like keys to the kingdom. So you actually help companies to kind of give the keys to the kingdom. It's all about decision making and how do you be, better decisions. But I think about KX as extracting knowledge. So the K is for knowledge and X is for extraction. So in the new economy, in the knowledge-based economy, everything in the generative AI is about how do I extract knowledge? How do I do things in a way where we can help everybody? So KX to me is that it's a knowledge database, and everybody can have their own knowledge, and you own the data, and data is the differentiator, strategic asset. But how do you keep it private? How do you make it explainable? How do you make sure you don't have bias? So KX focuses on helping not only extract knowledge, but how do you use the knowledge based on data?